Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to go on a little journey, a quest, to figure out what truly private messaging even looks like in our crazy digital world. We all think we have it, but maybe we don't.
So let me ask you something. That private chat you're using, is it actually private? I mean, really? It sounds like a simple yes or no, but trust me, the answer is way more complicated than you'd think. When you hit send, is it just you and your friends seeing that message? Or are there, other eyes on it? Because there's a whole world of difference between a chat that feels private and one that truly is.
All right, so here's the game plan. We'll start with the bare bones basics, what every app needs. Then we'll check out the gold standard, look at a few different ways to approach privacy, and then get into the really juicy stuff, the huge threats coming our way. After that, we'll see how we can future-proof our messages and wrap up by helping you define what privacy means to you. Sound good? Let's get into it.
Okay, first up, the privacy baseline. This is the absolute, non-negotiable starting point for any app that even wants to use the word secure.
And that foundation is called end-to-end encryption. You'll see it as E2EE. Now, what the heck is that? Think of it this way. You write a letter, put it in a super strong lockbox, and send it. Only you have a key, and the person you're sending it to has the only other copy of that key. The mailman can't open it, the sorting facility can't open it, no one can. They can see a box is being sent, but what's inside is a total mystery. That's E2EE in a nutshell. So, E2EE is the big idea, but how you actually do it matters. A lot. And for the better part of a decade, one protocol has pretty much become the gold standard for the entire industry. That, my friends, is the Signal protocol, and its magic trick is something called the double ratchet algorithm. Get this, instead of one lock and one key for your whole chat, it's like it changes the locks with every single message. It's brilliant. This creates something called forward secrecy, or self-healing. It means even if a super hacker somehow managed to steal the key for one message, it's totally useless for reading anything else. Not your past messages, and not your future ones. It's a dead end. Okay, so if end-to-end encryption is the foundation, think of it like building a house. Everyone starts with concrete, but what you build on top of it can look wildly different. Different apps have totally different goals. Some are all about convenience, some are about features, and others are obsessed with pure anonymity. And to see what I mean, let's look at two really popular apps that sit at opposite ends of the spectrum. Telegram, which is all about being slick and feature-packed, and Session, which is laser-focused on one thing, making you a ghost. Now, this is where it gets interesting with Telegram. It's a classic case of convenience versus security. See those normal cloud chats that sync perfectly between your phone and computer? They are not end-to-end encrypted by default. That means Telegram holds the keys to those conversations. To get that lockbox-level security we talked about, you have to specifically start a secret chat. It's an extra step, it's opt-in, and it kind of breaks that seamless multi-device flow. It's a trade-off. Session goes in a completely different direction. It uses something called onion routing. The name is perfect. Imagine your message is a tiny pearl. You put it in a box, lock it, and put that box inside another box, lock it, and on like layers of an onion. You send this multi-layered package through a network of volunteers. Each person can only open one layer to see where to send it next. The key here is that no single person in that chain knows both who sent it and where it's going. It's designed to hide your identity. And this whole philosophy changes everything. You don't need a phone number to sign up. Your messages bounce around this decentralized network instead of going through one company's servers. Session's whole deal is hiding the metadata, not just what you're saying, but who you're talking to. It's awesome for anonymity, but there's always a but, right? It means you're responsible for your own account. Lose that long recovery phrase they give you, and your account is gone. Poof, forever. So we have these great tools, right? But here's the thing about security. The game never, ever stops. And right now, there are two, let's call them boss-level threats on the horizon that could literally break everything we've just talked about. Okay, threat number one is the quantum threat. This isn't science fiction anymore. Quantum computers are coming, and they're going to be so powerful they can chew through today's encryption like it's bubblegum. Everything we rely on could be shattered. Threat number two is what I call the sovereignty threat. It's a question of control. So your message is in a lockbox, great. But who owns the mail truck? Who owns the post office? Your encrypted data still has to pass through servers owned by a company, and that begs the question, who do you trust?
So, how in the world do we prepare for this? A future that can break our math and a present where we're not sure who to trust with our data. Well, let's look at how the next generation of projects are trying to future-proof our messages.
The first path is to evolve. You take what works and make it stronger. That's what Signal is doing. They're tackling the quantum threat head-on by upgrading their protocol. It's basically a hybrid system. They're keeping their rock-solid, proven encryption, but adding a new layer on top that's designed to be quantum-resistant. It's about strengthening the castle walls.
But there's another path. Instead of just reinforcing the castle, you build a whole new kind of fortress. This is the revolutionary approach. And a new open-source project called Guardyn is trying to do just that. They're looking at both of those giant threats, quantum and sovereignty, and saying we need to start over with a better design.
So what's Guardyn's big idea? Well, first off, they're building in quantum resistance from the very beginning, not as an add-on, but as part of its DNA. They're also using a super fast modern backend with Rust, so it's built for speed. But here's the real game changer, the thing that directly tackles that sovereignty threat. It's designed to be self-hosted. That means you can run the entire messenger service yourself, on your own server. We're talking total control. It's not about trusting a company anymore. It's about trusting yourself. You own the whole thing.
And as you can see here, this isn't just for tech nerds. They're designing this for high-stakes communication. Think military units, government agencies, businesses with critical secrets, or just regular people who demand the highest level of privacy. And the key to making this work is that it's all open source. Every single line of code is out there for the world to see, to audit, and to verify. No secrets, no backdoors, just pure, verifiable security.
So, we've got the evolution of the trusted standard on one side and a revolution in architecture on the other. It's time to figure out what this all means for you, because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to make the choice.
And this chart really lays it out. You've got Signal, the reigning champ. It's been in the ring for over 10 years, has billions of users, it's been audited up and down, it's reliable, it's proven, it just works. Then you have Guardyn, the challenger. It's new, it's ambitious, and it's making a very different promise. Not just security, but sovereignty. Full control over your data.
And this is maybe the most important takeaway from all of this. There is no such thing as the best private messenger. It just doesn't exist. The future of privacy isn't a one-size-fits-all t-shirt. It's about finding the right tool for your specific needs. It all comes down to your personal threat model. What do you need to protect, and who are you protecting it from?
So, you have to ask yourself, what's your philosophy? Do you want the comfort of a proven, heavily audited system like Signal? Is your main concern total anonymity, being a ghost on the network, like with Session? Or is the most important thing to you to have absolute ironclad sovereignty over your data, where you are the master of your own system? Well, that's the world Guardyn is building.
So that's the final question, isn't it? As you continue on your own quest for privacy, the tech is just a tool. The real work is figuring out two things for yourself. What are you protecting? And who or what are you willing to trust?
Because the future of our digital freedom isn't about just using someone else's service. It's about having the option to control your own system. It's about taking that power back and putting true privacy right back where it belongs, in your hands.